There's one area in particular that makes me proud to be the moderator on the Killyourinnerloser forums. An area that like we've even come further than Chris at Good Looking Loser and that lot had done before us, even though we're like trying to bring basically the same kind of forum and community over to a new platform, a new area. It's the work that Andy specifically has done regarding honesty and like being honest about your intentions. Obviously, we all preach that being direct with girls is the best approach. It's not only what we consider the best approach, we also consider it like the most ethical. It's also the easiest one for you to be, what's the word? If you are direct and honest with a girl, that's the easiest thing for you to do. It'll be very natural, it'll flow because you're just like being who you are. It's like that whole like, oh, just be yourself. But like, this is like the actual good version of that advice. That's that, because that advice is kind of stupid, because in self-improvement, we say you could be a better version of yourself. But it is true with the direct, honest approach that you do need to be as much who you are and like honest about like what your intentions are and what you want as you can possibly be. And it's very obvious that we teach it differently to like the way pickup artists look at it and the way some of the red pill looks at it, where they want you to be like basically manipulative. They would rather, they hide behind the idea of like empirical statistical evidence or like field reports, wherever the fuck. It's all kind of a bit creepy. But they say things like, oh, you don't want to validate girls by being direct and being honest. Like you would never go, they would never go and tell a girl they think she's attractive, because that would be validating her. And under like pickup artistry, you're meant to like make them validate themselves or like prove themselves to you or something like that. And firstly, this is all horseshit. And secondly, it's just like not honest and like an ethical approach to life, which is what I think Andy, when he made his diversion, he wanted it to be really direct and honest. I think originally Good Looking Loser, Chris, he was more saying be direct because it's ballsy. It takes like it's like indirect is for like cowards basically. Like, because you don't have to like, you can go up there and like say something like, oh, I like your hat or something stupid. Or like, I forgot what the old indirect approaches were. Like it used to be what the mystery method was. But going up to a girl and being like, hey, I think you're hot, that's like super ballsy in comparison. And I think the majority of guys would prefer to be direct and honest, at least the kind of guys that I want in the forum, in the community. Like being honest and not manipulative is a big, like, if I wouldn't want to have a friend who believes in getting sex by manipulation, I think that's kind of like, it's very unethical. It makes me not really respect them as a person if that's how they would want to get laid, if that's how they want to form, because you're not forming a very good relationship if you're manipulating someone into a relationship with you anyway. So just beyond the sex as well, if you like retain that girl, that's a horrible start, you know? Like it's all this, everything was manipulated, everything was like underhanded. That's not how we do things. That's like not our style at all. And Andy like called someone out recently for it on the forums as well. Someone was like, I don't want to validate these girls. And he was like, oh, like heavens forbid that you make someone feel good about themselves. That's like where we're coming from. We're coming from a much more like leave people better than you found them sort of way. And like, we're not trying to hurt anyone. We're trying to live our lives and get what we want honestly, rather than get what we want dishonestly and hurt a load of people in the process. It's a much more decent and ethical way around it. So I want everyone to be more honest. I want you to avoid any like ideas of like manipulation, of like, this might strategically work because I've worded it in a certain way and then she's going to think this. No, just be honest about what you want. Tell girls you think they're attractive. Invite them out for a drink. That's all you fucking need to do. You don't need to be some weirdo magician, hypnotist, whatever the fuck mystery was. Like, you just don't need to do that shit. You can be direct, you can be honest, and you can still have success as long as you look good, you dress well, and yeah, you're a baller who can go up and talk to girls. You know what I mean? You've got balls. They'll respect that. They'll respect the honesty as well. Right. Actionable advice. Go and do 5 direct approaches. Tell 5 girls you think they're cute. Ask them for their number. That's good actionable advice. Peace out, guys.